carrying on from my last video, what I have done is I've made these components now, because if we want to edit, we can always come in and edit anything on this one and it will change the rest. If we go in and say you want to pick the handle, if we come in, click on the handle, and if you notice, it will select all the handles because this is a component now. It's just a thing. Once it's complete, a corner, make it a component, and then we edit one, we edit all four. Now what we need to do now is put some doors on. So if we draw a rectangle on the red and we'll inference off this edge, or not, or we just draw it on, double click and scale it and bring it up to the same size as our main frame there. We'll push pull and pull it across the other side. We'll triple click, right click, make that a group, and then we'll move it down, control on the Z to the bottom, that's not on the bottom, there we go, and then we'll click on this one and the top one and we'll right click, we'll make that a group. So now we want to put, I mean it's entirely up to you what you put in this gap here, but I was going to make a couple of doors. So we'll draw a rectangle again, we'll come off the back, we'll come up, and hopefully we'll be able to reference off the back in the middle, and we'll draw ourselves a square or a rectangle. Right click, reverse face, and we'll pull it out same width as our door frame there. And what we want to do is we'll want to put a bit of a what do they call it, a gap around the edge. So we'll come in, we'll use that offset tool, click on the edge, and we'll just pull it in at probably 0.3, and then what it'll give us is a bit of a line around the edge to make sure it's separated as a separate door. So we'll click on and we'll push it back 0.4. All good. Now what we want to do is draw our frame. So offset tool, click on the edge, bring it in 1 mil, and that will be our door frame. And then we want to push this front frame back, and if we move it back 0.8, enter, and then that will give us enough room for our wood planking and a bit of a gap so it stands out a bit more. So if we click on the front there and we copy that, we triple click, right click, and make that a group. So we've got our door frame there. We'll keep that door frame separate, and we'll work on a door and we'll make the door the group, and as we add bits we'll add it to that group. So we're good to go there. We'll do an edit, paste in place, and that will give us our panel back. We'll click on the front, click on the bottom, we'll come to our OOB and put our wood cladding on, and once again we'll change the length, and then we'll OK that. So we'll click on the door frame, control, click on the wood, right click, we'll make that a group. Yep. We'll transfer these hinges over. So we double click our corner group till we get into our hinge group, and then we'll copy that, click away, and we'll do an edit, paste in place. Now we'll move that along the red axis till it's on our door. And we'll do well, actually, while we're here, we can rotate it. No, we don't. It's not lining up with it. Oh no, because the it's a long one, isn't it? So right, so what we need to do is flip it, right click, flip along the red axis, and there we go. Now this is going to be the problem because you've got the gap. It's entirely up to you how you position this. We'll bring it across to the edge along the red axis. Now if you can have the doors opening, I mean, what size is the gap? The gap there is, I think, 0.3 of a millimetre, the same width as there. Now if you're going to print these doors separate, this won't matter, but if you're going to print them in situ, what you can do is come in, click on this, open the face up, and just pull it across and extend the hinge that way. Same with this face, just pull it across and then you sort of join the hinge up. Really depends what you're going to do with it. So you could have two versions of the door if you wanted. So we'll do a Control Z, we'll leave it as a separate door, and say if you pose it in the opening position or whatever, you can just say turn it round. Well, there we go. So what we want is if we're going to open the door, we'll also want to detail the back of it. So we'll come in, double click the door, and then we'll put a offset. We won't have to do the offset of 0.1, but what we can do is an offset of, open the group, offset, we'll do a door frame as 0.1, no, 1, and then we'll push this frame back, same as the other side, 0.8, we'll click on the face, we'll copy it, we'll do an edit, paste in place, click on the bottom, OOB, and we'll put our wood cladding on, change it 999, OK, and then we'll come in, we'll cut that wood cladding, we'll open the door group, double click, we'll do an edit, paste in place, and there we go, we've got a bit of wooden on the back, a bit wooden on the front. Now if we click on, right click and hide, we will have some stray geometry from OOB. So if we triple click, control and triple click and delete, yep, and then we'll go edit, unhide, all, and then we've got the start of our door.